Hello, everybody. My name is Martha Alter Hines with Living the One Light. Okay, in this video, I am going to start a new series, going to be called the Gaia Speaks series, Messages of Gaia. And in this first video of this series, I'm going to talk about some kind of unusual backstory to the book Gaia Speaks, which I channeled 5 years ago, almost exactly. And so I'm recording this in October of 2024, and I channeled Gaia Speaks in August of 2019 and published it around little bit around then. And so what I'm gonna be doing in this series is kind of gonna be like a virtual book club for free. If you want to join in, you don't need to read the book. You can just listen to these videos and, listen to any of them that you want to. You don't even have to listen to all of them. Just the book itself, just like the other, the books in the Living the One Light series, they of course can be read in order, and the books themselves can be read, from page 1 to the end in order, or they're kind of like oracle cards where you could just flip to any part and see what is speaking to you. And so the same goes with this video series. Feel free to listen to the series from the beginning to the end, or feel free to jump in anywhere. And so in this first video, I want to talk a little bit of the backstory, and then I'm going to start reading the book to you, basically. And then in the following videos, I'll keep reading the book section by section. And so I would love for you to join in. I would love for you to comment and share anything that comes alive for you. Let's let this be a conversation. So to give some context, first of all, of course, this book is channeled, and it's the second book in the Living the One Light series. So the first book is called Living the One Light. Second book is this one, Gaia Speaks. The third one is Cosmos Speaks. Those 3 were all published several years ago. And then the rest of the 8 books haven't been published yet. I'm working on them. And but a few things about Gaia Speaks that are just so interesting. One is, the whole way along with all of these books and with a lot of my work, but especially with Gaia Speaks, it's the spirit world has really directed it all in a very funny way. And, just like things have happened that have been kind of bizarre. So I just want to tell you a little bit about it, because I think it might help you. I think you might enjoy it. I think it's funny. And I also think it speaks to kind of, like, I'm a little bit in awe that I think what's needing to come through in this book is it's needing to come through for those of us who need it, and including myself. It really speaks, like it has a life of its own, and it's really fascinating. So when it first got published, I had just left my job in social work 5 years ago. And so the first thing I did after I left my job was I channeled Gaia Speaks and got the Cosmos Speaks, and then I published them back to back. And they both came through pretty quickly. And what was so funny, I didn't plan this at all, but long story short, the spirit world chose the day I was meant to publish Gaia Speaks. And after I hit publish, I looked up the chart of when I had done this, and I realized it was a new moon in Virgo, which is fascinating because Virgo is the sign associated with the earth. This book is called Gaia Speaks. And also, I'm born on a moon in Virgo. So I'm born on a full moon in Virgo, and this was a new moon in Virgo. But still, it was like, that was interesting in and of itself. And then this past March 2024, another thing happened where it was just bizarre. I can't remember the exact circumstances of how it occurred, but I was on my computer and I went to Amazon, which is where I published these books, and Amazon was trying out a beta testing of putting ebooks on Audible, so making audiobooks out of ebooks. And I have been intending to put all of my books on Audible. I've been intending, it's one of the, many, many, many projects in the back of my mind that are on my list that I want to personally record these books and make them into audiobooks. But it takes a lot to do that. There's very stringent rules about how to do that. And so it would be an involved process. So, but I've been planning to do that. But Amazon is now trying out this beta test where if your ebooks are formatted in a very specific way, and I'm not even sure still what that way is, they are eligible for AI voice. Basically, you basically press like two buttons and all of a sudden your ebook becomes an audible book, a voice, what's the word? It's a voice book. I'm blanking on the word for this. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. But it's an AI voice, right? So I was I was very skeptical of it. But I clicked on, so what was so funny, what was so interesting and funny was that out of all of my books, which I've published, and it's been several, because not just these three, I've published other ones also, the only one that somehow met the criteria for being eligible for being an Audible book was Gaia Speaks. And the weird thing is, my other books are also ebooks, and they're formatted identically from what I know, because I'm the one who published them. I didn't do anything differently with Gaia Speaks versus, Living the One Light or Cosmos Speaks or the other ones. So I have no idea. I actually am going to look into what's different about the formatting of Gaia Speaks versus these other ones. But for whatever reason, Gaia Speaks was eligible. The other ones were not, but Gaia Speaks was. So I went through the process of turning Gaia Speaks into an Audible book. Took me literally 5, maybe 10 minutes, extremely fast. And one of the things I had to do was choose the type of voice. And again, I was really skeptical. I was like, I don't think I really want an AI voice reading my channeled book, But one of the voices I really liked. And so I accepted it and I put it out into the world. And I didn't actually, maybe I mentioned it once or twice somewhere. Maybe, I can't remember. Vaguely, maybe I did. But I haven't made a big deal about it. I haven't, tried to market it or nothing. It just was very clear. My guides were very clear. It needed to go out right then. So I published it on Audible, and it's been on Audible now since March of 2024. Okay, so fast forward to last night. So as of last night and today, as I'm recording this, so again, it's October 17th, 2024, there's a full moon right now, today, last night, in Aries. And this full moon happens to be exactly on my own nodes. So 24 of Aries and Libra. So my north node is 24 of Aries. So the moon is on my north node. The sun is on my south node today, last night. And last night I was sitting there, doing some work, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. Oh, I know. I went on Amazon to see if any of my other books might be eligible now to be put on Audible. None of them were. Still don't understand why not, but someday when I have a minute free, I'll go in and try to figure out the reason. But long story short, all of a sudden, out of nowhere,
the Audible version of Gaia Speaks started playing on my computer. I didn't press play. Wasn't planning to listen to it. I haven't listened to it. I actually haven't even read the whole, I've looked at little parts of it since I channeled it 5 years ago, but I've never sat down and read the whole thing since then, since 5 years ago. And I definitely have not listened to the Audible book. I just sort of trusted, I was told by the spirit world, put it out on Audible. So I did, last March. And I just left it there. But all of a sudden, it started playing at me last night with the moon sitting on my north node and the sun sitting on my south node. Fascinating. And the thing was, when I started hearing this AI voice reading these words that I had channeled 5 years ago, it was like, first of all, I couldn't believe how beautiful the energy was coming through even that AI voice. I just went, what? How is an AI voice conveying this? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. I have no idea. It's like, wow. Okay, cool. Second of all, everything that was being spoken about in the book, Gaia Speaks, I need it. Me, the human me, need it. So it was like this blip through time where it was like my own soul, my own spirit, and the spirit world was like suddenly mirroring back to me, myself. It was the weirdest thing. And then what I also recognized, like, in addition to how this is impacting me personally, I suddenly went, oh, wow. So again, as I'm recording this, we are just a little over a month away from Pluto entering Aquarius. And one of the biggest messages that I have been getting over and over and over again is that as Pluto enters Aquarius, we have to remember the reality that we are Earth. We are Earth and we are spirit as one. Literally. Okay, what is Gaia Speaks all about? That. It is all about the reality that we are Gaia and spirit as one. Like the subtitle, which I love, is "You are a star, a song, a medicine. Remember with me." Right. So she talks in the beginning about how she is a star being, which is like, wait a minute. When I heard that last night, I went, "Whoa, so cool." Of course she is. Of course we all are. Like, wow. Yeah, so I realized, and I got it. Like, why did the spirit world suddenly start playing my own book to me on Audible, like out of nowhere? Well, probably because maybe some of us, including me, really need these messages right now. And so if you're listening to this and you resonate, probably, I'm guessing you're one of those beings who maybe would benefit from this. So yeah, so again, I'm going to do this series where I'm going to read the book over a series of videos. And of course, you're more than welcome to order the book itself from Amazon. It's in paperback, it's in Kindle, it's on Audible. If you are a member of Audible, it's free. And yeah, it's one of the free, when you pay a membership, I think it's $15 a month. I actually do it myself because I listen to a lot of Audible books. There are a bunch of books that are free, and I've opted this book into that to be free for you. So it's free if you're part of that. Or it's like $9, I think, if you just buy it on its own. And lots of you already have copies of it through me. I also am getting told by the spirit world, for those of you who are joining from me. Okay, so if you're listening to this before November 5th, 2024, I am going to be holding an event where I'm going to be channeling the inner mountain beings on November 5th.
2024, and then that'll be available indefinitely. But for those of you who have signed up for that, who do sign up for that, I'm gonna include the Gaia Speaks manuscript. I mean, basically the PDF version of the book for you, in case that happens to be helpful. I was again astounded by the AI voice version. It was like a medicine for me, and it may or may not be what you need, but just to say, like, wow, yeah, I needed that. This is really, really helpful for me. So, yeah, so you can just listen to these videos, follow along. You'll get the whole book by just listening to these free videos, because I'm going to read the whole book over the series of the videos. Or you can get the actual book through Amazon, or you can go to my website and download it there. Or if you join the November 5th event, either before the fact or after the fact, I will include it for you. Yeah. And and the book has lots and lots of practical advice, which I think is really cool. And so that's why I would love for this to be sort of like a virtual book series. I mean, book club sort of a thing. Like I'm not going to officially hold probably live gatherings unless you guys really want me to do that, but I would, those would need to be paid. But for people in my membership, when we meet live once a month, if you want to discuss it there, that would be definitely something we could do. Yeah, you guys tell me what would feel good for you, what you want or don't want. And I would love, yeah. Again, there are these very practical pieces of advice that I would love to support us all to be doing in our own ways, in whatever way feels right, if that feels right for you. And I would love, love, love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, your feelings. Yeah, it struck me last night. Wow, this book it's not written by me. I mean, it's just not. Maybe some higher part of me, but no, it was channeled. It was not my brain writing it at all. And now is a moment when it's clearly needed. So here we are. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna start reading it today, and then every few days or so I'll read another section. Cool. It was fun. Thank you for being here. Okay, so again, Gaia Speaks. You are a star, a song, a medicine. Remember with me. Okay, welcome. Hello, beautiful beings. My name is Gaia. I am here to remind you why you are here, why I am here, how we came to be here together, and what we came to do. I am here to remind you that you are an intricate, perfect, incredibly beautiful being that is unlike any other being, just like each and every snowflake. And through you and only you, in your full, open, clear, and free self, the gifts that are you, the songs that are you, are able to resonate through all of time and space and through my body and through your own body as we sing and co-create as we came to do together here and now. You are a star, you are a song, you are a medicine. It is time. Thank you for being here. So let me introduce myself. I am a fellow earth being and a fellow star being. I am what you would call a goddess incarnate as a star, as a physical body that is the planet you call Earth. I am also so much more than her. I live, as do we all, in multiple dimensions and multiple existences, all at the same time. At this moment, I am coming to you in the form of myself as a beautiful goddess of the cosmic realms, a beautiful, magnificent being with wisdom to share with you all about the nature of existence and the nature of reality as it unfolds right now and how that pertains to you. Right now, in all of existence, many energies are moving all the time. That is the nature of existence, actually. Energies are constantly moving, transmuting, opening up, dying, fading away, bursting forth again, renewing, changing, moving,
moving, moving, always moving. In the ultimate actual reality of existence, energies constantly move and change and grow and die. There is no beginning and there is no end. There is space and there is movement. That is all. And in reality, there is no space, no time, no place, no reality as you most often conceptualize it. There is just emptiness and motion, constant motion. And this motion has no good or bad to it. It just is. This is what we are: motion, movement, energy. I want you to take a moment and feel this reality. Take a moment to put everything down, relax totally, close your eyes, and take long, deep breaths. Get very, very, very still and quiet. Listen from the deepest, most true and wise part of yourself. Feel the nothing. Feel the knowing. Feel the space and the motion. We will have chances to get into this knowing more as we go on, but right now, just feel this for a moment. Quiet, still, breathing in and out. What does that feel like? What does that feel like, sound like, taste like, look like inside yourself? Feel it and take a deep breath to remember this into yourself. We will come back to this in much more depth soon. For now, I want to say a bit more to introduce myself. Hello again. I am Gaia. Do you remember me? I know you. I remember every single one of you. You and I have been friends and compatriots for a long, 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 long time. We know each other in so many other realms. Do you remember? Can you feel that knowing? We are such good friends. Do you remember way back when you all decided to incarnate onto my body and I pledged to hold you, cradle you, to be a Gaia mama to you over and over and over again as you incarnate onto my body and as we work together to transmute and to allow energies to transform and change as they need to throughout this universe. And so let me put this into context. As some of you have realized, we are antennae. Our bodies are like transistors. Our physical and energy bodies allow energies to transform and move through space and to transmute in ways that are not as obvious when we are in physical form. Some of us in energetic form are actually transistor beings in the cosmos. We allow frequencies to transmute and to change and flip and move between dimensions, between parts of existence constantly, over and over and over again. In our highest energy form, we are nothing. But at another very high frequency, we are like antennae, pure and pure, allowing energies to constantly flow as they are needed. And so in one of your realities and in one of your forms of being right now, you have a body created of my physical body, which is made of the same beingness as all of existence. In this form, we have taken on shape in a third dimensional reality. And in this reality too, one of our major functions still remains to be beings that allow and know the transmutation of energies, frequencies that need to move in the cosmos, in the all of existence, and specifically as awakened, knowing, aware, awake portals of this transmutation that is happening all the time in all of existence. Okay, section 2, my message for you. If this message is for you, you know it. If you are ready or partially ready for it, you know it. That is why I am speaking directly to each of you. You feel me speaking into your heart, into your cells, spirit to spirit up in the cosmos. We are sisters, we are friends, we are great lovers of all time and space and so far beyond that. My message specifically directly for you is that I, and we all, need you to remember this ultimate reality of who you are and who we all are. Many of us are awake already. Some of us are just waking up. Some of us have woken up and gone back to sleep, sometimes many times over and over and over again. I am here to get down on my knees, look you straight in your eyes and say, remember, friend, I am here. I love you. I love who you are. Remember who I am. We are brothers and sisters. We came here to do this together. You are so beautiful. I want to take your hands, look in your eyes, and as I look straight into you, help you to remember the cosmos, help you to remember and see yourself, help you to deeply remember this incredible beauty that is you and is me and is all of us and all of existence. I want to embrace you and to say, yes, this is it. This is who we really are. You remembered. Thank you. And I am sobbing just thinking of it and knowing already how this awakening happens and comes to pass for every single one of you who are ready. I am here right now. I am ready. If and when you are precisely ready, I am kneeling down. I am taking your hands. I am looking straight and deeply into your eyes. And I am saying directly to you, hello, I love you. Let's do this. Thank you so much for remembering. Okay. I'll read a little bit more. What we are here to do. So good, friends. Let's gather round. Some of you are already remembering what we came here to do. Some of you have an inkling, and some of you are so confused. Many of you are all of the above. It is all okay. Let me remind you in my own way what we came here to do. I am a star. You are a star. Remember, we all are part of all of existence. There is nothing that is not part of existence, right? It is only logical. So what makes the stars also made me, and what made me made you. You are made literally of me, and I am made literally of the same material as the stars and of all of existence. Therefore, we are stars. Let that sink in. So what we came to do right here, right now, is to simply remember this fact. As I said earlier, I am, and many of you are, in one of our highest forms, literal transmitters of energies, like communication way stations of energies between various aspects and dimensions of existence. And this is true even when we are in physical form. In fact, this is almost even more highlighted, more true, if there is such a thing as more, when we are in literal physical form. The incredible nature of transmuting our energies into this physical reality is that we can experience some forms of beauty in ways that we can't and don't when we simply are ethereal energy or even nothingness. We can take that beauty that is all of existence and transform, change, balance, play with co-creation and form that is so fun and incredible. The shape of a star, the play of a flower petal, the sounds of a waterfall, the touch of a hand in love, the kiss of a mother, or the gaze of a deep cosmic lover. Every moment and every cell of being on this planet is filled with a possibility of miraculous exquisiteness. This is true also in another way when we are simply our spiritual, cosmic, energetic, highest selves, and when we are complete nothingness of the sacred. However, on this planet, we came to have an opportunity to transmute, transform, deepen, radically let go of energies in a way that is more intense, more felt, more known in a certain way than we feel and know as simply energy transmitters in the cosmos. At the same time, here is the downside or the difficulty of transforming into third-dimensional beings. When we choose to incarnate as physical beings, the density of becoming three-dimensional is potentially heavy and stagnant and stuck. So relevant now, clearly. Throughout most of time and existence on this planet, most beings, although certainly not all, have come into physical form and have simply played around with what it means and what it is to be in physical bodies, to be in physical form. And most of our lifetimes have been simply experienced as physical beings. Sometimes with a sense of so much more out there, quote unquote, but not usually a full, complete knowing and remembering of all of existence while also in physical form. For most of us, we have played around with physical density for many lifetimes and many existences and just simply danced the fun and excruciating and often extremely hurtful and scary, although sometimes amazing experience of living as physical beings on this planet. But now, guess what? It is time. It is time for what? It is finally time for most of us, many of us, to transform into ways of being that allow us to be both fully awake and fully aware of ourselves as the eternal nothingness, cosmic beings who we are, and also to be fully present physically on the planet. And what does this mean? A big part of what this means is that we need to remember and transform our way of being in the third dimension that allows in space, that allows in room to grow and room to breathe, literally in between our cells. The physical world has most often been far too dense, way too packed together on a literal cellular level for us to fully open to all of who we are and to be completely open to all of existence and all of reality. And so this is the point of this book. I am here to remind you, to suggest to you how you can fully open, how you can fully remember, how you can fully become, how you can completely, totally access all of who you are, all of why you are here, and to become completely realigned with your and our ultimate cosmic selves. And for you to tap in completely to me, why I am here, and to remember exactly how we are meant to dance, to co-create, you and me, and you, me, and all the rest of existence. This process has three main components that happen somewhat in sequence, but really repeatedly all at the same time, or in an ebb and flow that is natural to you. The components are: 1, you open; 2, you clear; 3, you flow. And through all of this, you remember. You remember yourself, you remember all that is, you remember me. And most importantly, you remember who you are, your own song, your own medicine, and you remember how to co-create with me and with all that is. In the rest of this book, I go into more detail. Into more detail into each of these three components. Breathe in each part. Breathe in exactly what you need in each moment. Come back to one section if you are not ready, or come multiple times if you need reminding and remembering over and over again. Trust your own process, trust your own wisdom, trust your own remembering. I am here. I am so totally here. I am so glad you are here. And let's go home into ourselves and into each other. Let's remember. Let's do this right here, right now. Okay. So I'll pause there for today. Yay. And the next section is called Your Cells. Your Cells, CELLS. All right. Yeah, I would love anything you want to share. Anything, any requests, whatever is what's alive for you, and just what I just shared. And yeah, if you happen to be somebody who has already bought the book from Amazon, or read it on Amazon, or listened to it on Amazon, or if you do, I would love for you to leave a review, if that calls to you. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll be back soon with part 2. All right. See you all soon.